other guests that we have here. We've got Leslie Marshall, radio talk show host, and we also have Mike Gallagher standing by because we've been telling you it's been a rough and tumble arena in South Carolina where there's been a barrage of negative campaign ads. What impact could they have? Joining us now to talk more about this are my two guests who are here ready to roll up their sleeves and do a rumble here together. Leslie, let me ask you straight off the bat, how do you rate these ads?
Well, you know, personally, I don't like the negative attack ads, whether they're Democrats or Republicans running for whatever office. But, you know, you had said earlier, Uma, that we have so many people out there who are undecided, or as they call themselves in New Hampshire, undeclared, and they need to make a decision. And unfortunately, they often will use these ads and these sound bites in order to make that decision. If they're saying, you know, what about Bain Capital with Mitt Romney? You know, how does Ron Paul really feel about our relationship with Iran, Israel, et cetera? So unfortunately, I think they're very effective, and that's why politicians keep using them.
Let me ask you this, Mike. For those Democrats in the White House, these attacks, though, seem to be the gift that keeps on giving. Do you think it's going to cripple Romney's campaign if he wins the nomination going forward?
No, I don't know that cripple's the right word, but I'm with Leslie. I wish that this, at least for the Republican side of this, the race, there would have been more cleanliness in the campaign messages. But you know, it's so funny to watch the righteous indignation and the sanctimony coming from people who are decided. As you've both said, this is all about the undecideds. But I mean, we're hearing from people, Romney supporters, for example, and you know, I love Congressman Chaffetz. Saw him earlier with you, Uma. You know, with his righteous indignation about Newt Gingrich's attack ads, but a Romney supporter doesn't want to acknowledge the vicious ads that Gingrich experienced from Mitt's super PAC in Iowa. I mean, this is the way the game is played now. Rick Santorum on my radio show last week said to me, and he admitted, attack ads work. You know, they're effective. And so for people in South Carolina who are undecided, they're going to listen to those sound bites, as Leslie said. They're going to glean, you know, little bits and pieces, and they're going to make a decision. I just wish it would stay a lot more positive. This is not good for the Republican Party, and I suspect Democrats don't like it when they do it to one another either.
Well, Leslie, it is sad but true that these negative spots do seem to have an impact with the electorate. But Gingrich, as we've been reporting, has been asking the super PAC to be accurate when it does go on the attack against Romney, for example. But isn't it really clear and isn't it true that he really has nothing to do with the super PAC, because the super PACs can do whatever they want because they are separate from the campaign?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, these ads aren't necessarily about accuracy. I mean, these ads are what? Are marketing and directing specifically at that undecided voter, and quite frankly, defending, if you will, a candidate against another attack ad, right? You know, it's and I'm still just getting over the fact that Mike and I think for the first time ever on the planet agreed. Sorry, I'm just, you know,
This is a moment. This is a moment.
No, but seriously, it's sort of like, you know, your mother wears army boots. Really? Well, your mother, and really, that's what it is. It's juvenile, but it is effective. And if it weren't effective, they wouldn't do it and spend so much money.
But I've been talking to a lot of these campaign folks, and what really infuriated Gingrich were the attack ads in Iowa that he says were incorrect. For example, one of the super PAC ads accused Speaker Gingrich of having supported an individual, you know, mandate for health insurance. He never did. He was angry because he said those attack ads were factually incorrect. Now, as for whether or not you know, the candidate knows about the super PACs, come on. That's the biggest joke and the biggest myth in politics today. These super PACs are staffed by people who have worked for the individual candidate. If you think the candidate isn't aware of the message that's coming out, I know that's the way the rules are set up and that's the way it's supposed to be, but believe me, they know what's happening in these super PACs, and that's why Gingrich is saying, I want accountability. One thing I'll say for Newt, when he came lashing out and went back at Romney, he's standing behind his words saying, this is how I feel about why I'm more conservative than the other guy. I'm not going to hide behind pretending not to know about what my super PAC is up to. I think that's disingenuous, and I think everybody knows it.
Oh, well, really clearly, though, I mean, it's not just Newt and Romney. It's also Ron Paul going after Santorum and the other guys and Rick Perry. I mean, all of them are playing the same game. If we are talking about hypocrisy, though, Leslie, and dirty politics, to do whatever it takes to get votes, isn't that a turnoff to the folks upset with the way the process works?
It really should be, but it isn't. I mean, because it has been so effective. I mean, even for, hey, Newt Gingrich was like, I'm not going to play that game. You know, and it's sort of like, oh, how many points behind am I?
He was
The
getting
American
crushed.
people need to understand that politics, unfortunately, is a game. Running this country is not.
Right. And
Politics,
you
to
see-
get the job, it is a game, if you will. They are in a contest, and they want it bad. I mean, come on, to run, seriously, I don't care if you're a Democrat or Republican, to run to be president of the United States, you have got to have a huge ego. You do not want to lose.
There you
and
go.
if you're
I
going to
just-
lose, you got to come in second.
All right, folks, I'm out of time. That'll have to be the last word, but it's always great to see both of you. Thank you so
You
much
bet.
for
Take
weighing
care,
in
guys.
with your insights. All the best. All right.